out, cause I'm here now and I'm staying. Claws out, this the fight that I've been craving. I know there's something inside of me, but it's been masked by fear and anxiety. But no more, I'ma break out of the chains. Let's defiantly. Go! I'm waking up, this ain't enough. All of my dreams were starting to rust, but I believe that I can adjust. Positive thoughts, I'm starting to trust. Nothing's deserved unless you work. Something of worth requires an urge. I have been hurt by those at their worst, but that gave me will, some power, a surge.
And they know that I won't surrender, so they fear me as a contender. When I fight, they always remember, yeah. I will be known, I won't let go. I will not stop, I will be great. I will be known, I won't let go. I will not stop, I will be great. We came here to conquer, like we're monsters. We can last much longer, we do this for honor. We came here to conquer, like we're monsters. And we can last much longer. I am a hunter, I've been filled with demons and hunger. I am the thunder, I command the masses in numbers. Look at the fear in their eyes, this is what happens when you are surprised. It's time to meet your demise, just call me Zeus and look to the sky. Everything's amplified, no they cannot deny, I will be rectified. If you dissect me, find scars you left behind. Injuries that define me to my core, they'll hear me roar like never before. The pain I absorbed is feeding my core, I'm hard to ignore. I'll beat down your door, if you wanted war, well then you got war.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to episode 11 of the Around the Valley podcast. Got my co-host Randy with me. Don't know if YTC is going to make it. We'll see if he'll pop on eventually sometime this episode. But for now, I got Randy with me. And Michael is back for his second time on the show as a guest. So what's up, everybody? How you guys doing today?
Excellent. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, Michael's got a lot to say. All right, so comment section's been blowing up already, so let's get to it. What's up, Walter? Yep, Monday talking sports. Victory Monday for me. What's up, Taj? Yep, how you doing? Saw your Lakers won last night. What's up, Chad? What's up, Spongy? I guess Spongy is going to start uploading videos now, so congrats on that. What's up, Bryant? Yep, smash the like button, everybody. All right, let's see. What's up, Mitch? How you doing?
What's up, bud?
Seeing the Clippers. Yeah, we'll get to the Clippers eventually. Yep. Such a disaster. Yep. All right, so let's get to what we usually get to, which is NFL first. So on Thursday night, in what looked like to be a tank bowl game, the Bears and Panthers went down to the wire, and the Bears ended up winning 16-13. Michael, you're the Bears fan, so I'll let you go first. How'd your team do on Thursday?
Well, on defense, which was the story of the game, because we didn't allow the Panthers to score a single touchdown. This probably has been one of the games that our defense has played to its potential. Montez Sweat making an impact, having 8 pressures, I believe, 8 or 9. I can't remember, but he did have an impact. Kyler Gordon had his first breakout performance on that defense. As far as the offense goes, it was very vanilla because you all could check this out on my channel. Like, I was saying, Bajan, you ever have that one quarterback that starts for your team and you're just like, holy shit, I don't want to have this dude turn over the ball. Like, I was just nervous when Bajan throws into tight coverages. He missed wide open receivers. He missed a wide open Tyler Scott, which would have been a 56-yard touchdown bomb, and missed a wide open DJ Moore and a wide open Cole Kmet. So, and he threw into so many tight coverages that should have been picked off. I was like, bro, Bajan, don't throw. Let's safely run the ball and get it in the end zone. And we only did that once because our special teams got us in good field position for the touchdown. But all in all, if people think that Bajan is the answer, they're smoking crack. Because at the end of the day, If you think Justin Fields would have won this game, you're smoking, because our defense played well that game, and I don't think it would have mattered which quarterback we started. It still would have been a dub. Same with the Raiders, which is why I say wins are not a quarterback stat, is because of the simple fact that it's a team stat. And I do believe that we would have beaten both the Raiders and the Carolina Panthers with Justin Fields. Prove me otherwise.
Okay, that's a debatable take. So I'll ask the chat, or when's a quarterback stat? Go ahead and throw your answers in the chat. So I did not watch this game. It's kind of hard for me to catch games on Thursday. That's just how it is. It's a weekday, so it's a work day, so it's kind of hard for me to catch it. But by the looks of it, the Bears defense, which, by the looks of it, was a slight bit concerning. They traded for Montez Sweat. They gave him an extension. And it so far it turns out that they're looking good. I know it's a 1-7 Panthers team, but when you hold a team to 13 points, no matter what team it is, it's pretty good. So Randy, I don't know if you saw this game, but do you have any thoughts on it? If you saw it?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. As for aside for the Carolina Panthers, they cannot run for the life of a man. I mean, whether they tried with Chuba Hubbard or Raheem Blackshear or even Miles Sanders, it just didn't work. But why it didn't work is because they stopped going to it. Chuba Hubbard had 9 attempts, Blackshear had 2, Miles Sanders had 2. I don't know about y'all, but I can do the math. It's like if one guy's not dominating in double figures at least 14 to 15 totes, you got to wear out that front 7. You got to wear the front 6 or 4. Sorry. You got to wear them out. You got to get them to almost at a point, start to load the box, start to bring safeties down. And they didn't do that. So they made the Chicago Bears defense pretty one-dimensional, and they were able to get home. And with who they owe picks to via draft, via trades and whatnot, it's just been a really depressing season for the Carolina Panthers fans. I personally don't know. I'm not sure if Bryce Young is the answer, to be completely honest with you. They got no wide receivers whatsoever. Terrence Marshall Jr. was supposed to be this big year after they got rid of DJ Moore. And I mean, he's still on the back of milk cartons wondering where he is. They drafted Jonathan Mingo, late round pick, expected to be something huge. Nothing. Bryce Young's number one target, if it isn't Adam or Hayden Hurst's tight end, it's 34-year-old Adam Thielen. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? So yeah, they got to do something with that old line. They got to go get more weapons. And I hate to say it, but it is just the first showing. But maybe Bryce Young isn't the answer. So, but we'll see. But yeah, this game was. If you're a Bears fan, you're happy you got the dub, but there was a lot of mistakes all over the field, both teams.
See, in this game, it didn't matter if the Bears lost or won because they had the Panthers pick. So either way, even if they lost this game, they would have been getting a higher pick. So
also, I want to say this. I want to give a special shout out to the Panthers because we have their first overall pick and them being an absolute dumbass by taking Bryce Young over CJ Stroud, and to Kyler Murray for getting the Bears, because currently right now the Bears have the first overall pick, not because they have the worst record, it's because of the Panthers. Yeah. So here is what I want the Bears to do with that first overall pick. I want them to draft Marvin Harrison Jr. no matter what.
Stay away from my receiver.
Like I said, unless the Giants have a good offer, like let's to move like a spot down to get their franchise quarterback, I'll take Marvin Harrison. That dude is a generational talent.
DJ Moore with Marvin Harrison, no excuses for Justin Fields. But let's get to the chat real quick.
With Cole Kmet either too.
Yeah, Brian says Bears played well. What's up, Crazy Juice? Chad, I was cussing at my TV when Fantasy League running back Aaron Jones dropped a couple good passes. Yeah, we're about to get to Green Bay shortly. Bryant thinks Windsor QB stat. Bryant with his kicker jokes. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, it's gonna count because of the simple fact that he's a part of the team. But at the end of the day, my belief is I do believe we would have won against the Raiders and the Panthers with Justin Fields. Nothing changes.
So Taj says he hopes you guys stick with Fields. What's up, Raph? How you doing? Congrats on your win last night. I didn't see the game. I just saw you guys won. So
What's up, Raph?
and Taj says get MHD. Okay. So Germany game, or was it one? No, it was Germany. So the Colts beat the Patriots 10-6. I did not watch this game because it was very early for me. I'm in the West Coast, so this game started at like 6 a.m. for me. So yeah, I was not gonna get up early to watch this game. But I saw that Mac Jones threw a pick, got benched. Bailey Zappi threw a pick, which sealed the deal. So I don't have any takes on this game. But what I want to ask the chat and you two two things. So is it time? Obviously, it's probably an obvious answer, but is it time for the Patriots to move on from Mac Jones and get a new quarterback? And the second question is Bill Belichick's job on the line? So I want the chat to answer that. I guess you two can answer that too. But I don't know if you guys saw this game, but do you have any overall thoughts on it?
That's my thoughts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was an early game, hella early for myself as well, so I didn't really get a chance to catch most of it. But Mac Jones 15-20, 170 yards and one pick, and then they benched him. Bailey Zappi came in 3 of 7, 25 yards, a pick. The only bright spot, if you want to call it that, it was Ramondre Stevenson's 20 carries, 88 yards. But I mean, man, this team at fall from grace has just been nothing but short of a disaster. I mean, you talk about being one of, if not the team that everybody was gunning for years and years and years. And all of a sudden now it just seems like you play the Patriots, there's almost a chance that you can just almost automatically chalk it up as a dub. And that's the last thing that I grew up remembering, thinking about the Patriots and their dynasties, whether it's their, dominant defense or it's just the TB12, being able to run a 2-minute offense, whether it's at the beginning of the game or the end of the game. And yeah, man, as far as your question, is Bill Belichick potentially done? There's a lot of rumors. There's a lot of speculation because of a video that surfaced, and some people who are really good at reading lips saw that Robert Kraft and another fellow were talking, and the words that were being said was, this isn't working. Something needs to change. And then that's when he turned sideways, and then Robert Kraft motioned his head up and down saying, yeah, basically. So Mac Jones, I think this is his final year in a Patriots uniform, and I wouldn't be surprised if Bill Belichick's name came across our screen or on our phones and it said breaking news, Bill Belichick's been fired. So
yeah, that's where I'm at too. Bill Belichick, I mean, you had your 20 years, but yeah, it's probably time to go somewhere else maybe. But Arku says Bill Belichick should step down. Brian says get another quarterback. Bill Belichick isn't going anywhere. And that's where I kind of give Bill Belichick the benefit of the doubt, because he doesn't have a quarterback.
Right.
So a good quarterback. So, I mean, I can kind of understand if they do keep him, because, I mean, it's not completely his fault, I guess. Giants and Patriots are the top front runners for a quarterback. Yeah, I'd say so. And what's up, Coach? He says Belichick is gone and Jones is a glorified high school quarterback. Yeah, basically. Yeah, pretty much. All right. So I did not see this game, but I was keeping up with it while I was watching the Niners and Jaguars game, because that was the only game I was able to watch. But the Browns beat the Ravens 33-31, and this was a really good game. The Browns are 6-3, and I'm pretty sure the Ravens are 7-3 now.
Yep.
7-3. So a very tight race in that division to see who's going to win it, but Cleveland beats Baltimore. I'm pretty sure this was their first time playing. So Deshaun Watson, by the looks of it, he looked pretty good. He's leading the Browns to what could be a playoff appearance right now. So where are you guys' thoughts on this game? Do you guys have anything? I know Baltimore's defense was one of the best heading into this game, and they gave up 33. So
hey, I have a video to present, and this kind of like sets the mood for Also, this is in your fan base, CEO, which describes Ravens fans right now. So,
Is it going to get me copyrighted? Because I hope it doesn't.
no, it's a Twitch stream.
Oh, is it that? Oh my god.
Get the fuck off the internet!
That's a Ravens fan?
Yeah, we hooping.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, you guys have any thoughts on this game in general? Like,
Yeah, for me, this I watched a bit of this game back and forth. Yeah, you're right. We mentioned that, Baltimore had one of the best defenses, when it came to like being an all-around really good team, and then like you said, they go into this again, a division foe, but nonetheless, and they give up 33. That late interception by Lamar Jackson basically kind of almost sealed it for him, which sucks. Then the Browns were able to go down the field. Great day by Jerome Ford, 17 carries, 107 yards, an average of 6.5 yards. So it's a great day from him. And the Browns, man, like their defense, they can keep them in games, and as long as Deshaun Watson starts to wake up and show any sign of similarities to what he brought when he was with the Texans, I mean, shit, look out. This team could potentially play in the playoffs. I mean, defense travels, and right now, Schwartz has got them all believing. And as long as they got a healthy Myles Garrett, look out.
yeah. All right, let's get to the chat. What's up, TOP? We're still leaving a nice fat L under Kyler's. You know what's funny? That's the first Call of Duty joke I've heard since Kyler won the game the other day. So they've all been quiet lately. So there you go. Coach says a division filled with teams 500 and above. This is the typical punch that you face in the division. Yep, basically. Yeah. Michael's still beefing with randoms on. Yeah, pretty much. All right. That's what Roquan Smith gets for talking all that trash about the Bears. Hold that L. Well,
I didn't have a problem with Roquan.
I mean,
so he took that sucker shit. That sucker shit he did.
Both of these defenses are pretty good. So
Yes.
it was an offensive battle today for some odd reason. But I mean, like, what am I trying to say? At least 27 is not that far away from 33. But hey, they shut us out. At least we held them to 27, I guess, the other week. But all I got to say about the Ravens fans is where you at now, huh? Like, you guys were talking about Kyler tearing his ACL. You were bragging about how the Browns shut us out, which is crazy. Like, I don't get why Ravens fans come at me so much because, I mean, I guess it's the Kyler and Lamar thing. But you were talking about, the Browns shut you guys out. Well, look at you guys now. You just lost to them in a pivotal division game. So eat it. So there you go. Where am I at? Crazy Juice said, like I said, the CEO was talking crap about my team wasn't. Yeah, that's what I just brought up. Yeah. Get on, kid. What's up? Steelers will clear the Ravens. We'll see. All right. The Steelers beat the Packers 23-19.
May I speak on this in a moment? Because
hold up. So I saw at first Jordan Love. I don't know what his final stats were, but I saw at one point he wasn't playing that good. So, but it seems I mean, I don't know how Steelers fans feel about Matt Canada now, but I'm pretty sure the Steelers are 6-3 now. So,
yeah,
even with him at coordinator, they're still 6-3. So that's how you know they have a really good defense. But kid, and I don't know if Chad is still here. I know you guys are Steelers fans, so you guys can leave your thoughts on the game. But Randy and Michael, if you guys have any thoughts on this game, go ahead and throw them out.
Go ahead, Michael.
I want to say this to all the Packer fans that were so hyped that they beat the Los Angeles Rams without Matthew Stafford. They were glorifying the hell out of Jordan Love, saying, "Oh, he's back. We're gonna be back," and all that coming back to reality. You lost to Kenny Pickett. Packer fans, Jordan Love sucks. Bitch about the call all you want. But At the end of the day, Jordan Love still threw 2 interceptions. So, Packer fans, do yourself a favor. Go back in the little hobbit holes, you hillbilly twats. Go back in the little homeless hole and shut the fuck up.
Okay.
All right.
Jordan Love was 21 of 40, 289, 2 tutties, 2 interceptions. Those 2 interceptions were huge. Obviously, we all know. A.J. Dillon did better than Aaron Jones in this game. He had 9 carries, 70 yards. Aaron Jones had 13 for 35. I want to go over to the Steelers. Kenny Pickett was 14 of 23 for 126 yards. I repeat, 14 of 23 for 126 yards. Jalen Warren, 15 totes for 101 yards. Najee Harris, 16 for 82. So they basically, on 31 runs, got 183 yards on the ground. That's basically what helped them win this game. And going into the season, everybody talked about, that Jordan Love was going to have growing pains, this, that, and the third. It was going to be their defense. It was going to either help them either keep close in games and or win them a game or two. So far this year, their defense has been up and down like the damn stock market. I don't know what's going on. You got Jair Alexander on one side, supposed to be this lockdown corner, one of the best in the league, and I constantly keep seeing the guy get burned. So it's like, I don't know what's going on over there. I understand the Packers have injuries, but again, another team that's got some growing pains, and right now it just seems like Jordan Love is overthinking it and like just not having it simplified for him. I don't know what's going on. I'm not there, but right now, Jordan Love isn't really working with the Steelers and their offense really right now. They're 3-6, and like you said, TRL, the Steelers are 6-3. So you can say what you want to say about Matt Canada, but right now their defense is definitely what's keeping them in these games. But for how long? Until eventually either an injury, hate to say it, or because they did lose Quan Alexander, the middle linebacker. He tore his ACL yesterday, so that'll hurt them eventually down the road. So we'll see. But right now, 6-3, not bad.
Yep. Yeah, to be honest, it took the Packer fans 2 games. The Bears defense was terrible to start off the year, and the Falcons defense has been terrible. And all the Packer fans were saying, looks like the 3rd time we got a Hall of Fame quarterback. All that to lose. And trust me, week 18, we're coming because our defense got better.
Didn't you say that week 1? All right, but anyway, let's get to the comments. All right, TOP, so I think this is where I left off. Good thing Kyler is back. Now the Cardinals can fly away from that number 1 pick from the Panthers. Well, I didn't want Caleb Williams, if that's what you're referring to. But anyway, Jordan Love his cheeks, yeah. What's up, that one Falcons fan still mad after this loss? I don't know why Arthur Smith is not fired. We'll get to that game here in a second. Get on Kid says, keep Canada at the sideline. Yeah, because ever since that happened, I guess it's been working.
Yeah.
TOP, yeah. Hey, that's our Love through 2 pick. Yep. Yep. And this is a Bears fan telling you this, Michael. Don't say anything until you beat your new owner, aka Jordan Love. So
I don't care. I trash talk any team I please, including an NFC North team who I despise with a passion.
All right, yep. Crazy Juice says the Lambs would probably find a way to still lose with Stafford, and I don't know. Yep, Arcus. Run game was solid. Yep. Kenny didn't do anything. Yep. Mike, watch your mouth before Jordan makes Love hurt. Oh my god. Yeah, pause. Bryant says Packers will still finish with a better record than the Bears. Oh wow.
Hey, Brian, hook me up on that weed you got.
Love don't live there anymore. Wow. What's up, Bobby? Love stink. Yeah, basically. All right. But anyway, that's enough of that game. So this was the only morning game I was able to watch. The 49ers went into Jacksonville and beat the living shit out of Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars 34-3. I did pick the Niners for this game because I thought that, Brock Purdy was finally going to wake up a little bit after losing 3 straight games. I just didn't see this Niners team losing 4 games in a row. Right. And I mean, it was kind of a wake up call for them. I call it the 3-game losing streak. So they went to Jacksonville and they won by 30 plus. So I don't really have much to say on this game other than Trevor Lawrence needs a better offensive line. And they need to get Brenton Strange, their tight end, involved a lot more because I didn't see him a lot. And same thing with Travis Etienne because he wasn't able to do anything. And it seemed like Christian Kirk was the only receiver in this game that was actually able to get open a little bit. Like there wasn't really much of Calvin Ridley or anybody. So Niners just completely dominated in this game. So that's what I have to say about it. I know Bryant's in the chat, so you can leave your thoughts on it if you want. But you guys have any thoughts on this game?
Nothing really other than I do believe Trevor Lawrence. It's crazy. Justin Fields missed like for 4 games, and he still has more touchdowns than Trevor Lawrence.
You got anything, Randy?
No, other than this was the first game that San Fran obviously had their new toys that they obviously traded for, and Chase Young got a half sack. They obviously came back down to reality. Finally got a game in. Both teams now are 6-3, so take that for what it's worth. But like you said, when on the Jags side, other than Christian Kirk, really nobody got involved. Didn't see barely any Calvin Ridley. Evan Ingram only had 4 catches, and then like when you go to the running back side, Travis Etienne 9 for 35, just a 3-yard average. So it's like you said, they got to do something with that offensive line here coming in this draft. And they just got their asses shellacked, man. Like that's a whooping at home too, to make matters worse. But yeah, we all expected San Fran to be a powerhouse this year. It all lies in the hands of Brock Purdy. So finally had himself a get right game. Take it for what it's worth. It was against the Jags, but like I said, it was at home. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Yeah. So Arku, yep. Watching Red Zone, yep. What's up, Master J? We'll get to your Cowboys in a second. Niners defense was solid all day. Yes, they were. Bryant, it was a good game. Bryant loves kickers. For those of you that don't know, he wants Jake Moody to kick closer to the center of the field.
Hey, he likes Brian likes Robbie Gold, so he's a good person in my book.
All right. Okay, so I don't know what's going on in Minnesota, but that Kirk Cousins injury clearly doesn't mean shit because they beat the Saints 27-19. Josh Dobbs is 2-0 with the Vikings, and he had another hell of a performance. He's making the Cardinals look stupid right now for getting rid of him, but I guess benefit of the doubt, we got our quarterback back, so I mean we weren't really going to use him anyway. So, but the Vikings are 6-4 now, even without Kirk Cousins, and I believe the Saints are 4-6, 4-5, 5-5. Okay, yeah. 5-5. So that's still a tight division, the NFC South. So Vikings, they had a big lead, but the Saints looked like they were going to come back, but Vikings still hold it off. So do you guys have any thoughts on this game?
I want to say this to all you Viking fans that are glorifying this win because y'all got 2 lucky wins. Y'all should have lost to the Falcons, but you somehow got lucky with the field goal, and you almost lost to the Saints. Instead of trying to win, because you saw how the Kirk Cousins experiment worked out, why not tank for Caleb? You guys could have had probably a good run with Caleb Williams being your quarterback, but no, you want to win with what you got, which is fine. I respect it, but at the end of the day, Joshua Dobbs is like, he's not going to help you. He's not going to help you because at the end of the day, you want to try to win with what you got. It's just not going to happen. And I know you transgender Viking fans are now doing that stupid corny chant, skull, skull, skull.
Fuck that. All right, Randy, you got anything on this game?
Yeah, man. Total of 300 and I think 12 or 14 yards for Dobbs. 268 passing, 44 rushing, threw for 1, also rushed for 1. It just seems like he's electrified this team. Now, I will say, I don't know if anybody knows this, but something bad happened to TJ Hawkinson to the point where they're waiting this afternoon on an MRI. So I don't know if it's an ankle or something to do with his knee, but yesterday was his guy. 11 receptions, 134 yards, and a touchdown. He had thrown to him 15 times. So I mean, like, he was going to his tight end quite often. And after that, the drop off is Jordan Addison 4 for 69, and Brandon Powell 4 for 35. So I mean, like, he's really building our repertoire with the tight end. And what I'm trying to get at is if that MRI comes back and it's something bad, it just looks like it's Jordan Addison. Now I will say they activated Justin Jefferson. So there's maybe a window that this week he could come back potentially, because they didn't want to bring him back right away right off the first week. So who knows what happens there, but he just keeps chugging along, man. Like you said, he just shows up 4 days before, gets a dub, barely knows the offensive lineman. He had, literally, there's videos of him on the sidelines, practice repping with the center to get cadence ready. And I'm just like, what the hell? This could be the Cinderella story of the year right now. And I know a lot of people are hating on it, but I mean, shit, if they can roll with Dobbs, who knows? Comeback player of the year.
We'll see. Let's get to the chat. This is where I left off. Master J says he hopes he doesn't play the Niners again. Well, you might. TOP Josh Dobbs wants a stake in the Bears ownership with Jordan Love.
TOP, once we play Joshua Dobbs, I don't know who the Vikings play next week, but sooner or later, Vikings fans will realize that they are not shit with Joshua Dobbs.
The chat's just going at Michael. Brian says Vikings will trade Cousins to the Bears.
We don't need Kirk Cousins.
Josh Dobbs is better than Bustin' Fails.
Master J, are you retarded?
Sounds like a villain straight out of Nickelodeon.
Which villain?
TJ Hawkinson was banged up a little. Yep, I didn't know that. But what's up, Ricky?
They have a bye. The Vikings have a bye this week.
And then you'll see the Bears bring them back to reality.
Did this actually happen, or is Arku just asking a question? Anthony Barr to Philly, is that actually?
No, they're working him out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What?
Arku said Anthony Barr to Philly. I don't know if that's.
When did they cut Anthony Barr?
Who?
Wasn't he playing for the Cowgirls?
I don't remember.
Son of a bitch! I gotta look into this.
Yeah, I don't know if. Yeah, he said not yet. So, like Michael said, yeah, they're probably just like trying him out or something. I don't know. But continue on the games. So, this was one of the picks I lost. I picked the Bengals to beat the Texans, but Houston keeps shocking me like crazy. They beat the Bengals 30-27 on a game-winning field goal. CJ Stroud is looking like not just rookie of the year, but an MVP. So DeMeco Ryans is really changing this team, and CJ Stroud is looking like a franchise quarterback already. I wouldn't say he has an actual wide receiver one, but he's making his guys look really good right now. I know Devin Singletary had 150 yards and a touchdown as well. So the backfield looked really good as well. So Houston's looking like they can make the playoffs in CJ Stroud's rookie season. So you guys have any thoughts on this game?
I don't want to hear the excuse that Ohio State quarterback. Like I said, I was skeptical on it at first, but there's someone told me this: never judge a quarterback based on what school they go to. CJ Stroud proved that Ohio State quarterbacks can work out. Like I said, what the thing is about all these Ohio State quarterbacks. Dwayne Haskins, RIP. We didn't see his potential really. Justin Fields, regardless of what people want to believe, still a question mark, and Stroud's looking like an absolute stud. That's just my belief with the whole Ohio State quarterback thing. But at the same time, I was crucified all offseason by saying that the Texans were going to be a sleeper team, and everybody laughed at me.
Well, I do want to start off by saying that, Tyler Boyd did have the game-winning touchdown. It was in his hands. It fell into his lap. Then he had a chance to hold it with his knees, and then he dropped it. So, I mean, like, the outcome obviously could have been a lot different. We'd be talking about this, that, and the third, but you know what? It didn't. Somehow, some way, these Texans keep finding ways to win. And I mean, Stroud, his ability to like work with different receivers so far this year, whether it be Nico Collins and Tank Dell, or now it's Noah Brown and his tight end Dalton Schultz back-to-back weeks. These guys are just hooking up. But I mean, shit, Noah Brown, 7 receptions, 172 yards. And then the fact that Damian Pierce missed another week again. They had to lean on Devin Singletary, somebody that they picked up on the offseason that Buffalo let go. He run the ball 30 totes, 150 yards, and 1 touchdown. Like, gee whiz, man. Like, D'Amico's got this team believing. They're 5-4. A lot of people never, or I definitely didn't think they would be 5-4 right now. So congratulations to them. I will say though, Joe Burrow and the Bengals, this one hurts a little because them winning this one would have definitely put them right there on the heels of the Ravens. But now they're 5-4 and they're right in the thick in the mud, and now they've got to really battle to get to the playoffs.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the comments. Barr was
and I just want to quickly say too, yeah, Barr. It says Barr was playing with the Cowboys last year. So he hadn't signed with anybody, but apparently he's been working out and getting healthy, and he was brought in today.
Breaking news, Anthony Barr did sign with a team just now. It was the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh. Okay. He's back on the Vikings. Okay.
Wow.
CJ Stroud looks like he's going to break the stereotype of Ohio State quarterbacks. Yeah. Hamstring injury. Okay. It's 1 year, so I wouldn't say he's great yet. I would need to see Stroud keep succeeding in his career before considering him the best quarterback coming from Ohio State. Yep, I agree.
Well, as soon as like Swifty said, shout out to Swifty Sports Network. He's a Chicago's Bear content creator. Never judge a quarterback based on what school they go to.
Yeah, and like no one's like saying like great in the sense of like great player. We're just saying look what he's able to do with what he has. Can anybody out here say no? They would know Noah Brown was going to end up with 172 yards. You know, like Nico Collins. Who was Nico Collins before Stroud got there? Like that's what I'm saying. Like he's turning these guys, average household name guys, into stars. And able to do it with his offensive line, a new coach who's more defensive minded than offensive minded. It's just crazy. Like it just goes to show that sometimes quarterbacks have to fall into the right system.
Yep. But moving on. All right. So the Buccaneers, after starting, I think it was 2-0, they were 4-5, and now they're 5-5. They beat the Tennessee Titans 20-6. After Will Levis, he looked pretty good in his first 2 games, but in this game only put up 6 points. I don't think there's much to say about this game besides Tampa Bay bounced back. I didn't see this game. I didn't even see the stats really. So you guys have any thoughts on this game? So Tampa Bay beats them, and they're 5-5 now. So
yeah, just that Derrick Henry didn't have a really good day in running, and Will Levis was not great. 19-39, 199 yards. So
4-5.
Yeah, the Bucs are 4-5. Yeah, and the Titans are 3-6.
Yeah, Swift is a Swiftie for Justin Field. Oh my God.
To be honest with y'all, Swifty does kind of, he does, overhype Fields, but at the same time, he's more logical about it. He does like, if you go look at Swifty's channel, I dare somebody to show me a video where he said Justin Fields' IQ is the same IQ as Peyton Manning, because I never heard him said that.
All right, moving on now. All right, the Lions beat the Chargers in a really high-scoring game, 41-38. This was a really good game. Just touchdown after touchdown, score after score. But the Lions won, and I think they're 7-2 now, and I'm pretty sure the Chargers are 4-5.
Yep.
Yep, 4-5. So, really good game. So I don't know how Brandon Staley still has a job, but it'll probably come to an end soon. And the Lions are 7-2 for the first time since 2014. So that's good for them. I know Michael hates it, but still good for them. But Michael, it's your division rival. So do you have anything on this game, really?
You know, you always have your little brothers of the division, and you like have to let them win, otherwise it'll make you look bad. I'm like, okay, we'll probably have Detroit have this cupcake division win, but like I have to see them win the division in order for me to believe it. But like I said, for now, you know, they're looking good. We're playing them next week. Hopefully the Bears can pull something out of their ass. But at the same time, oh my God, bro, what world do we live in with the Lions are first in our division?
Crazy. Randy, you got anything?
Yeah, man. The Chargers, man, got no sacks. They got no sacks on that Lions O line. Jared Goff, 23 of 33 for 333 yards on 2 touchdowns. David Montgomery and that Jahmyr Gibbs combo is really starting to work for them really good. Montgomery, 12 for 116 and a touchdown. Gibbs, 14 for 77 and 2 touchdowns. Amos St. Brown had 8 receptions, 156 yards and a touchdown. Like, I don't know, man. Like, this team can get you in many ways. I will say that Jameson Williams seems to be the guy that's kind of the odd man out. Like, he, you know, was touted as one of those great wide receivers coming out of college. And, you know, whether it's suspensions or this, that, and the third, you know, right now it just hasn't really shown. But, you know, Khalif Raymond seems to be a guy. Sam Laporta, their tight end, he's him. Yeah, these dang Lions are right on the heels in the NFC of us Eagles, as we're 8-1 and they're 7-2. So,
Yeah.
Right there, man.
Let's see.
But yeah, like you said, how the fuck does Staley still have a job? Like, this man is literally dumber than a box of white rice. Like get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah. All right. Dan Campbell, coach of the year? Yeah, probably.
Probably, yeah.
At the first seed, easy remaining schedule.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part. Yeah, they have one of the easiest remaining schedules. Exactly.
Yep, and then Taj says they're going to win the division. Yeah, probably. All right. So Cardinals beat the Falcons. They go to 2-8 and they win 25-23. Kyler Murray is back. Feels really good. I'll let you two get your thoughts of this game out of the way before I go. So do you guys have any thoughts on this game?
I know you have something to say, TRL, because I timestamped where you went up against the big bully.
Oh,
I know you have something to say about it.
He's not a bully. He's a fucking stupid, you know, whatever. All right. Randy, you got anything?
Hopefully Taylor Heineke's okay, because obviously he left with an injury, and then you had to go with Desmond Ridder, and RIP to Desmond Ritter's career. But it was nice to see Kyler Murray back. You know, it's 19 of 32, 249. Obviously threw that pick, but you know, it's first game back, so whatever. He amended for his rushing touchdown. You know, 6 of 33, and he got that tud. But looks good. Look, you know, the speed's still there for as far as I could see, and you know, in that one, the couple passes that I seen him throw, that one to the tight end, you know, he's still got that dime ball. So. I know I probably know you know more about him and how excited you are about it, but yeah.
Yeah. So this was a really good team win. This was another game that went down to the wire because the Cardinals have been in a lot of one-score games, so it felt good to finally get one. It felt good to finally see them finish a fucking game because it's been forever since they did. So overall, Kyler had a really good game. I know people are going to look at the stats and say, oh, he had 0 passing touchdowns and an interception, blah, 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 blah. But technically, he should have had 2 passing touchdowns. He barely overthrew Hollywood Brown on one of them. And he had a passing touchdown to Michael Wilson, but the referees said that he was short when the ball was barely across the plane. So technically Kyler should have had 2 passing touchdowns, but it is what it is. So running, he did have a touchdown. He also had a very thrilling run on our last drive when it was 3rd down. He ran like at least 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and he ran for the 4th down, which set up the game winner to win the game. So the thing that I'm concerned about is our defensive line still, because they didn't really get to Taylor Heineke until later in the game. They let Heineke run for a couple first downs occasionally. They even let Desmond Ridder run in for a touchdown. So our D-line's got to get there a little bit more, but B.J. Ojulari had 2 sacks, so he looked really good. Let's see what else. Our secondary and our offensive line is a concern for me because we had 12 penalties the other day. And we had 7 penalties in the first half. And a lot of them were holding calls on our offensive line, and a handful of them were on our secondary. And a couple of them were roughing the passer calls, which were kind of bogus, but it is what it is. But despite all that, and shout out to Trey McBride, he had 130 receiving yards on, I think it was 9 catches. So him and Kyler's connection is already starting off pretty good. I know Hollywood Brown, he didn't really get involved the other day. He only had 1 catch. So hopefully next week we get him involved in the game a little bit more. But overall, I like the play calling from Jonathan Gannon for once. And you could tell how different this offense is when Kyler Murray is playing. So we were able to get the passing game involved. So great team win. We got C.J. Stroud and the Texans next week. So I'm going to try to enjoy this win as long as I can before we play them next week in Houston. So good team win. Can't wait to see what we do against CJ Stroud next week. But let's get to the comments. Backyard Birds podcast, what's up? Hoping the Cards whip on Dallas. Well, we already did. So
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't.
There's nothing to talk about the Giants game. The Giants absolutely got crucified.
And TOP with his stupid ass COD jokes. Whatever. All right. Sorry, Taj. I gotta at least bring it up. Yeah. So the Cowboys stomped the Giants again, 49-17, and they outscored the Giants this season, 89-17, in 2 games. So I didn't see this game, rightfully so. I knew this was going to be a blowout. You guys have anything on this game? Because I honestly don't.
I don't. Skip.
Yeah, other than just, man, they need a quarterback.
Yeah, Giants, y'all need a quarterback. You guys got the 2nd pick right now or 3rd pick. You're somewhere there, so you'll get a quarterback. It is what it is. Yeah, but yeah, Taj, I couldn't. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Coach? Giants are calling him. Oh. You could probably coach a little bit better than Brian Dable at this point.
They have no quarterback, though.
Yeah, the Giants have the 2nd pick. Brandon Cooks had his best game. Yep. Oh, yeah, Arku is a Cowboys fan. I forgot. Yep. So, don't know if Master J is still here, but, yep, you can troll the Giants if you want because I know, is what it is. But
173 yards for Brandon Cooks.
173, that's crazy. And CD Lamb
at 151.
I know Dak had 400 passing yards too.
Yeah, like I said, there's really nothing to talk about. That game was absolutely horrible.
Yeah. Moving on then. The Seahawks beat the Commanders 29-26, and I swear this Seahawks team is so confusing. I don't even know if they're like actual contenders because one game they play amazing, and then the next game they struggle against the team that they're supposed to beat the shit out of. So Geno Smith had a good game, though. He didn't have a turnover. He had 2 passing touchdowns. Same thing with Sam Howell. He had a pretty good game, too. But fortunately for Sam Howell, it just still lost this game. The Seahawks ended up winning on a game-winning field goal. So do you guys have anything on this game?
Nothing really.
Other than the fact that, like you said, man, Sam Howell, 29-44, 312 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He definitely has shown that, he can play here in the NFL. They don't really have a great O-line, but at times he's been able to steer the ship. Like you said, obviously they lost by only just a field goal, but again, like you said, I don't know what the hell the Seahawks are like.
Yeah, I don't.
They scare me. If I was a fan of them, they would scare me. Like 1 minute, you're thinking, oh shoot, like we just got murdered. Then next game, you're like, wait, how did they do that? Like they whooped them. It's like I'm confused as hell.
Yeah, very. TOP says YTC is busy rooting for Team WWF and Survivor Series 2001 versus the Alliance because he can't root for anything. Aren't his Knicks like 6-4 right now? So I guess he has them. But it is what it is. Trade back Williams and he said trade back the draft pick. Caleb Williams and Drake May are not it. Okay. Bobby says Cowboys haven't beaten a team over 500. Wait, really?
Caleb Williams.
No, they haven't. All their dubs are against teams below 500.
Seahawks are crazy. You don't know what team will show. Yeah, I agree. I don't like. We could have beaten the Seahawks a couple weeks ago if it wasn't for penalties and just one miracle throw by Geno Smith. We could have beaten the Seahawks, but I don't. You just never know, I guess.
Yeah.
They need a quarterback. Yep. Basically, that's what the Seahawks need, but it is what it is. All right. The Raiders beat the Jets 16-12, and the Raiders are back at 500, and I think the Jets are at 4-5 now. So, yep, Raiders back at 500, and they're actually second place in their division. Fun fact, I did not see that coming.
Wow.
But second place in their division behind Kansas City. I don't see them making the playoffs, obviously, but they're looking like they could make a case to try to at least try to sneak into the playoffs. So I didn't see this game. So you guys have any thoughts on this game before we make a preview on the Broncos and Bills game?
No.
To be honest, I didn't watch the game. I just focused on my math homework. But I just really didn't pay attention to the game.
Yeah, I'll say this, though. Devontae Adams, as soon as they fired their coach, Devontae Adams has been involved more. So
True.
All right. So today we got the Broncos and Bills today. I feel like this will be a quick preview, obviously. But Broncos are 3-5. Bills are I think they're 5-4 right now. So who you guys got winning this game? I got Buffalo.
Upset alert. I got the Broncos winning.
Broncos, okay. Randy?
Yeah, I got the Bills winning. It's going to be a close game, though. I say Bills by 5.
Bills by 5. Okay, so people in the chat, you guys can drop your score predictions on that if you want. But I got the Bills winning 24-16. So that's my score prediction. Coach. Yep, the Jets, yep. Didn't see it either. What happened to the Ravens? It's one bad game. I don't think the Ravens are a bad team. I hope they get knocked out in the first round, though.
We hoop, and that's what happened.
Broncos have been turning it around, I guess, a little bit. Coach says the Wings will win. Great pleasure. And Randy says 28-21 Bills. Okay. So that's a wrap on NFL. So let's go ahead and get to so actually wait, hold up. I got one more NFL topic real quick. So after starting 1-8, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Panthers fans plan to protest after Bryce Young and the Panthers started 1-8 this season after their loss against the Bears. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but yeah, Panthers fans are pretty pissed. After starting 1-8, I mean, my team was 1-8, and I didn't. As far as I know, Cardinal fans aren't trying to protest, so that's just our fan base. But I feel like they kind of have a right to feel that way, just because the simple fact that they traded the number 1 overall pick and they traded away their best receiver for a guy that isn't really looking like the answer right now, and they drafted him over CJ Stroud, who's looking like not only rookie of the year but an MVP candidate right now. So you guys, I mean, like, I don't understand why they would protest, but if you guys have any thoughts on this, I mean, you guys have anything on this? Because, I mean, I just found this kind of funny, but
that is.
Yeah, I
It's
just
hilarious.
Yeah, it was funny, but at the end of the day, I understand because the GM passed up on the. I heard the coaching staff wanted a Stroud, but the owner wanted Young.
That's what I heard too.
oh really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard Frank Wright wanted Stroud because he even and I can't remember who the quarterback coach is. He's even they were at his workout, and right after he's done his workout, he's like, "Hey man, can't wait to have you in the facility. It's gonna be great." Blah blah blah. And then when it came draft night, they were pissed when the owner overrided and said, "No, I want this guy."
Yeah. Brian said Bills will win 9-3. Wow. What will a protest? Yeah, nothing. It's not going to do anything. Like,
No,
that's why it's like I just
It's
found this topic fun. That's why I wanted to share it. Like, I mean, yeah, you started 1-8. You guys got to realize you're rebuilding too. Like, but at the same time, it's kind of hard for them to rebuild when they don't have their first overall pick. They gave it to Chicago, so they don't even have a first round pick, and they're 1-8.
ouch.
Right, so like it's kind of upsetting if you're a Panthers fan, but yeah, that's that. I kind of found that weird. Backyard says Frank Wright said that this is what we got. The owner wanted it. Yep, exactly. All right, so got NFL out of the way. Hey, people in the chat, you guys can ask us questions if you want to. If there's a topic that you want to talk about, but I didn't, address it on here. You guys can go ahead and ask your questions about some news going on right now because we try to get our chat involved a bit too. So feel free to do that. But as far as NBA goes, my favorite part. All right. So the Clippers are 0-4 since getting James Harden. And basically, I saw a stat where I don't remember the exact numbers, but the point differential is negative 60 something when James Harden is on the court, and it's plus 20 when he's off the court. So obviously, James Harden, according to his dumbass, he said he is the system, but when he's on the court, the system that they use is not working. So, Clipper fans, the Clipper fans on Twitter, because I know you don't see any on YouTube really, but trust me, they're around on Twitter. So, I tried warning you guys and I told you guys to calm the fuck down when you got James Harden because there's a reason Philadelphia got rid of him. He started drama there, and look at what's happening to your team already. You guys are 0-4. You guys are hold on. Where are the stats that I saw? You guys are like 20. You have the 25th best offense since getting James Harden. You have the 30th best defense since getting James Harden, and I forgot you have like the third worst net rating on offense with James Harden on your team. So I tried telling Clipper fans to calm down, and I've been saying this from the beginning. You guys should have just kept Shai Gilgeous-Alexander because he's looking like an MVP this year. You guys don't really have an actual – I mean, Russell Westbrook, come on. He's not the point guard he used to be, so you really should have just kept him. And you're stuck with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George now. And by the way, I have a video dropping on my actual channel later about this, and I'll go into detail a bit more. But long story short, Clipper fans, this would have been a good roster for you if it were like 2014 or something like that. But like, this is a retirement home roster that you have now. So before we get to Randy, and I know Michael doesn't really keep up with basketball, but before we get to you guys, let me get to the chat. I want to protest outside of Ryan Pool's office for trading a second for Claypool. Damn.
Yeah, but at least we made it up with the DJ Moore trade and TOP. If we were to get Marvin Harrison, if we don't win a Super Bowl with that duo of DJ Moore and Marvin Harrison, then our franchise is cursed.
Yeah.
And Cole Kmet.
What was that, Randy?
He said, and Cole Kmet.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right. Best parts arrived. Yep. Slippers, smoking that strippers pack. Yep. He said it takes 10 games for him to be game ready. He's been in 4 games with the Clippers, and they've lost to the Grizzlies. They've lost to the Knicks. They've lost to the Nets. And who else did they lose to? It's escaping my mind right now. I forgot who else they lost to, but either way, you should have won at least 2 of those games. Like the Grizzlies, they don't have Ja Morant. Like that, those games are winnable. I'm pretty sure they're 2-7 now, but I think they were 1-7 at the time. So I mean, dude, the only system James Harden works well in is at the Applebee's menu system.
Yeah, the Clippers are 3-6.
Wait, hold up. Okay, there we go. Harden's a loser. Yep, traded for titties over titles. Wow, loved him. Yep, and look at what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is doing right now. Clipper fans, y'all should have just kept him. He should retire. Clippers got fleeced hardcore. Oh, Sixers fan. Okay, yep. So I bet you're happy right now. Thunder ended the Clippers franchise. Clipper fans ever learn? Nope, they don't. We're not going to win a Super Bowl with them, so get to coping now.
Hey, according to many NFL analysts, Marvin Harrison is the best receiver since Calvin Johnson.
It was a big mistake for them trading SGA. Yep. Thanks for Jalen Williams, too. Yep. Yeah, the Mavs. They lost to the Mavs as well. But the Mavs are doing good. As much as I hate to say that, Mavs are doing good right now.
Why should have stayed here?
Yes, R2. Thanks for reminding me. The Timberwolves are cooking. Yeah, they are. I'm not going to lie. OKC got him in the Clippers trade. Kawhi should have stayed in Canada. Yep. So I guess we'll just I'll ask the question that you see on the screen here for guys in the chat and for Randy. Should the Clippers be panicking over the James Harden trade results? Is it too early, or should they be panicking right now? So, Randy, what do you?
I would say like temper your expectations a bit, but then also yes, because he's not a younger player trying to develop. He's not a younger guy trying to learn the system. The system needs a system update because obviously the system isn't working. And right now he's older. He's obviously stuck in his own ways. I feel like they should have known that the writing was on the wall and that, you're getting what you basically saw at the end of the last season. You saw what happened with the Clippers. Game 7, 9 points. He failed on. He in his way, if it's the system, he's the system. He malfunctioned. So I mean, now, 3-6. You can come out of that. There's definitely ways to come back. But you got an older Paul George, you got an older Kawhi Leonard, who are both known as being injury prone. So panic. Why? You should have known that this was going to happen because it didn't work with the Sixers, so why would it work here? It didn't work with the Nets, so why would it work here? Like, I can keep going to all the teams that he's been with. It just didn't work there, but why would it work here? The issue, I think, is him, but until he realizes it and starts to mature a little bit, I don't think we'll see any positivity.
Yep. So Arku brings up an interesting point. Harden should come off the bench. I mean, maybe because he's not averaging more than 15 points on the Clippers right now. So 14 and below is honestly a good for a bench player. So you might as well. Yeah. And I've seen his stats in his first 4 games. There was a year in Philadelphia. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but the dude led the league in assisting average when he was in Philadelphia. He averaged more than 10, 11 assists a game when he was in Philadelphia. So I looked at I know it's only 4 games, but I saw his stats in Philadelphia. He's not averaging more than 4 assists. And you got Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook, Paul George. So it's with those kind of teammates, and you got Norman Powell, Bones Highland off the bench as well. So it's how do you not average more than 4 assists after having Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, no much more than that, really. And you averaged 10, 11 assists a game when you were there. And you go from that to averaging basically nothing with Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Russell Westbrook. So it's I don't like I said, I tried saying wherever James Harden goes, your team is not going to be the same because it happened in Philly. It happened in Houston when his time ended there. It happened in Brooklyn, even though it was an injury situation, but it happened there regardless. And it even happened in OKC. So I don't get why the Clippers thought that this was going to be good for them. Now, granted, they didn't give up that much to get him. They gave up Nick Batum and Norman Powell, so it's not like it really matters. Or no, not Norman Powell, Robert Covington. So it's not like it really matters that much. But
what they did give up, what I don't think a lot of people will be talking about, but they will be when it does happen, is that 2028 first round pick, because Kawhi will be gone, Paul George will be gone, and obviously definitely James Harden will be gone. So that team will be desperate of their first round pick, and they'll probably end up sucking by then as well. So that pick will be highly sought after. So they definitely got something, but that's it really. And KJ Martin, that young kid, but
Yeah, they gave him up too. So
yeah.
So Clippers, like, and I'm pretty sure they gotta still owe at least a pick or two to OKC after that Paul George trade.
They do.
Yeah, they do. So you guys got no picks. Yeah.
Yeah.
The pick you just brought up, Randy, that goes to OKC.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind. Okay.
So you guys are still insufferable from that, or suffering from that Paul George trade. So
Ooh.
My thing is, like, you guys had your chances after chance after chance, and you guys failed. It's your turn to suck.
Yeah.
The 2000, like, I'll give an example. The 2010s decade was one of the worst decades as a Suns fan. We were terrible except for 1 year. But now that we're a good team again, I kind of sit back and I realize if we don't suck for that entire decade, there's no Devin Booker. There's no Chris Paul. There's no Kevin Durant. There's no Bradley Beal, because the only reason those guys came to this team was because of Devin Booker. So if it wasn't for us being bad for a decade, we don't have a super team. So if you guys suck for a bit, maybe trade for some picks, maybe rebuild your team a little bit more, you guys might be okay in a few years. But no, you guys try to do quick fixes like James Harden, and it just keeps coming back to bite you. So, and yeah, Randy's got his ring. So there you go.
You can win one of these if you just draft right, and then all of a sudden just do a homer of a trade, and then just build a solid playoff roster, and then have the bench that we have that's our starters now, and then, so like you said, so on and so forth. You can get yourself a pretty nice little ring. So hey,
Yeah.
as a Raptor fan, I know what you mean though. As a Raptor fan, we struggled when we first became the franchise. It was horrible. But once we got the right coach, once the owner started putting money into the team, and we started obviously just going, you know what, we're probably not going to bring in, names, but if we can build from within, then those names will come. And then look what happens. So
Yeah. So my point is that sometimes you have to suck in order to get good,
yeah, exactly.
because you're not going to be good like every single year. So
Yeah. And
like
they
I
got to
said-
remember too, TRL, once that arena is finally built, Ballmer's going to want them to win too, because he's going to want the, get money to pay for all the shit that he just did. So
yeah.
it'll be some tough times, man.
So I'm just saying, like, when Steve Nash got hurt and he went to the Lakers, and when Stoudemire left, we were trash. But what happens? We suck. We get Devin Booker. Eventually, he had like G League players as his teammates for like 5 years. But after that happened, we had DeAndre Ayton, who was actually good until after the final season. So Ayton was actually good until, that Mavericks season, but we don't talk about that. There's no Mikal Bridges, because Mikal Bridges was a big reason why we went to the finals with his defense. There's no Cameron Johnson. There's no Kevin Durant, because he came here because of Devin Booker. There's no Bradley Beal, because he came here because of those two players. And there's no Frank Vogel.
Yeah.
So if we didn't suck for that entire decade, we wouldn't be a good team right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my point. But let's get to the chat. Harden, or wait, I was there already. Panic. They shouldn't be panicking, because everyone knew that Harden wasn't going to be it. Yep. He started off his career on the bench. Yeah. They obviously didn't watch the highlights. I've seen Harden is so slow. The dude's cooked. Yep. 6th man of the year in OKC. Yep. He would ask for a trade if he was told he wasn't starting. Probably. What's up, Sean? Yep. James Harden would be averaging a triple cheeseburger at Burger King, giving Zion for his money. Yep. Pick goes to OKC. Yep. The 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. Yep. Steve Ballmer, richest owner in the league, doing this, doing that. Yeah, basically. It is what it is. But you also have to have like an owner that will want to actually build your team, because our previous owner before Matt Ishbia didn't do anything whatsoever. And I'm actually shocked that we were able to go to an NBA Finals with Robert Sarver as our owner. But we get Matt Ishbia. Right away, he trades for Kevin Durant. He just makes Phoenix a better place for basketball. We have one of the best in the sport. So I know our team is kind of struggling right now, but we'll get to the Suns in a little bit. But I get our team is struggling right now, but eventually it's only been 10 games, so we'll see if we bounce back. But point is, Clippers, you guys should be in shambles. I got a video dropping on you guys later today as well, so I'm going to have fun with that. But, Michael, you've been quiet for a bit. Do you have I know you don't really watch basketball, but do you have any thoughts on the James Harden thing on the Clippers?
No, nothing really, to be honest.
Yeah. All right. Robert, yeah, he was a terrible owner. Piece of shit. All right.
Garbage, yeah. He's like a horrible human being, too.
Yeah. But while we're on basketball, let's look at the standings for a little bit. So the Sixers are going crazy right now. They're 8-1. So they're looking good so far.
And how funny is that, right? I hate to cut you off, but how funny is that, right? Like right away, Harden leaves, Maxey, superstar.
Yep. There you
You're
go.
holding that boy back.
Celtics 7-2. And you know what's crazy? Like when you first look at the East, like at the beginning of the year, you normally think of Milwaukee and Boston, but Philadelphia has proven their worth this season so far.
And also that the Nick Nurse has definitely got them all buying into his system too.
Yeah. So that's good. Pacers, I said they would be a sneaky dark horse this year. They're 6-4.
Yeah.
Yep. Miami's 6-4. They're doing their part. Atlanta's 5-4. See what happens with them. Magic 5-4. Knicks 5-4. Milwaukee is 5-4. I didn't see that coming. But then again, Damian Lillard has been hurt, so I guess that's a little bit of an effect on Milwaukee. Brooklyn 5-5. Cleveland 4-5. Randy, your Raptors are 4-5. You have any thoughts on your team so far?
Yeah, we went into Dallas and we wouldn't say handle Luka and Kyrie, but we definitely made them feel us versus them and handed them their first L at home. So that was nice to go in there. But then when we just faced the other night there, Boston, and we just didn't have enough firepower, and we held our own close to the end. But in the fourth quarter, Boston just pulled away and ended up sneaking one out. So definitely some improvements. We play the Wizards tonight, but we don't have any OG. We don't have Gary Trent Jr. and Precious Achua is still coming back from a calf injury. So we're going to be a little shorthanded. So I guarantee there'll be a lot of Grady Dick tonight. So it'll be interesting.
All right. Backyard says Maxey dropped 50. Yep. Against the Pacers.
Yeah.
Yep. Pacers best offense in the league. They got to work on that defense, though. That's all I got for them.
Yeah.
Nick Nurse, yep. Philly is going to go out sad to Boston like they do every year.
Ooh.
We'll find out. We'll find out, I guess. Arcu says, Randy, the Raptors the Raptors have a tall lineup, so dominating in the paint has always been a thing for them. But yeah. So let's see.
But we're really working on our outside shot. Like OG in the off season's definitely been working on his three. Like if we end up trading that man, we're gonna get something real nice in return because he's been one of the best lockdown defenders this year, and his 3-point shooting percentage is at 41%. So that 3-and-D that everybody dies for out of a wing defender, he brings, man. So
yep. All right, Michael, your Bulls are 4-6. You have any thoughts on them so far?
that bro.
3 words: blow it up.
You guys almost beat us, so yeah, I still can't believe that game. Even though we won, still can't believe that game. Charlotte's 3-6, Wizards 2-7, Pistons 2-9, dead last. All right, let's get to the Backyard says no way, they just served Boston hardcore. Well, the playoffs are different, so we'll see. What's up, Daniel? And Tosh says, hold up, you wouldn't be surprised, yeah, if the Sixers lose the ball. We'll see though. All right, let's get to the West, because the West is by far the better conference. By far the better conference. So Denver 8-2, not surprised. Mavericks 8-2, that's surprising. How the hell did we let the Mavericks get second place in the West? That is blasphemous. Anyway,
Sorry, you want to talk about a team that doesn't play any defense either?
Yeah, they don't play defense, and yet they're 8-2.
Yeah.
So, Minnesota, I said they would be a dark horse too. Anthony Edwards took a leap, and they're 7-2 right now, and they've won 6 in a row.
5-0 at home.
5-0 at home too. Yep. How about I didn't see this coming. The Rockets, they're 6-3, and they've won 6 in a row. So they started 0-3, and they haven't looked back since.
Yeah, 6-1 at home too.
6-1. Yep, at home.
Rio,
Okay.
part of the Hardcore Sports Network, he's a big Houston Rockets fan, and he said the Fred VanVleet experience is definitely working out.
Yeah. OKC 6-4. Not surprised.
No.
Not surprised. I said they would take a leap.
Better away than home, though, which is a little bit surprising. They're in 3-3 at home, but they're 3-1 away, so that's interesting.
Yeah, and they beat my team the other day, sadly. So it is what it is. Golden State is 6-5. It's not really surprising. I said they'd be a mid team this year. I mean, besides Curry, who do they got? That's what I said. Kings 4-4. I guess with De'Aaron Fox out, that played a huge factor into it. So I won't give Sacramento any hate or whatever. Lakers 5-5. Taj, I know you're still in the chat. You can say how your team's been so far. So Suns are 4-6. They've lost 2 in a row. Both of those games were at home as well. We are 1-4 at home this season, which is ridiculous. So I get it. We don't have Devin Booker. I get it. But at the same time, we should not need Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant in every single fucking game to beat teams that we're supposed to beat, like the Lakers. How did we lose to the Lakers? We had the lead until the fourth quarter. Against OKC, you guys had the lead until the fourth quarter. Against the Spurs in one of the games, you had the lead until the fourth quarter. So many fourth quarter collapses are the reason why we're 4-6 right now. Like, honestly, I've even considered just turning Suns games off when it's the fourth quarter. Like, because I already know it's going to happen. So we're 4-6. Devin Booker is supposed to come back on Wednesday. I'll believe it when I see it, but he's supposed to come back on Wednesday. So we're going to have the big three for the first time against Minnesota. We'll see what happens, I guess, but right now it's not really looking good right now. But we'll see. It's only 10 games, so we'll see what happens. Pelicans 4-6. Kind of surprising because Zion's actually been playing, but then again, CJ McCollum's been out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is what it is. Clippers 3-6. Since that Harden trade, I'm not surprised. Trailblazers 3-6. Not surprised. DeAndre Ayton's a bum. Spurs are 3-7. They've lost 5 in a row. So yeah, I guess that's kind of they had a good 4 games, I guess, and then since then they've been bad.
Yeah.
Jazz are 3-7, and the Grizzlies are 2-8. No Ja Morant, basically no nothing. So
yeah.
Hold on, let me look at the comments. TOP says the Celtics own the Sixers so bad in the playoffs, it's crazy. Yep. Mavs are kind of a weird team. Yeah, I agree. Luka just Weight Watchers and has been a demon ever.
I love this guy.
Suns are not a good fourth quarter team. Yep. All of the games that we lost have been in the fourth quarter, except for one game, and that was one of the Spurs games. Thunder locked in defensively in the fourth. Yeah, because, okay, so we're down by 2 points in the fourth quarter. Why is Kevin Durant not on the damn court? So we're down by 2 in the fourth quarter. I think there was like 5 minutes left. Why is KD not in the damn game? That's all I'm curious about.
Right.
Anyway, it is what it is. Yep, I'll be watching that too. Our cool Wolves and Suns. I'll be watching that. The Lakers got the Grizzlies tomorrow. Okay. Bron should be back by then. Yeah, I saw he didn't play the other day, and you guys won anyway. Watch out for Ant-Man. That dude's cooking. Yep. And the Timberwolves actually have the best defense statistically right now, so watch out for the defense too. But interesting NBA season so far. I didn't think my team would be 4-6 at this point, but it is what it is. Our schedule doesn't get easy to going forward, so we really got to step it up. But we'll see. But before we wrap up this episode, once again, Michael, I know you don't really watch baseball and basketball. You're normally just a football guy, so you can give your thoughts if you want. But for baseball, I want to show you guys some bold predictions for the MLB offseason. And let's see. So here they are. So it's the MLB offseason. And TLP, you guys have a new manager, Craig Counsell, so you can leave your thoughts on that if you want, but it is what it is. Most surprising fact I've heard in the stream is that Zion McDouble has actually been playing. Yep. Jared Vanderbilt is coming back soon. Yep. So we'll see what happens with the Lakers. And this is made by MLB experts, by the way. So Shohei Ohtani to the Seattle Mariners is a prediction. So
Please no.
Yeah, I say no. But if that happens, and him and Julio Rodriguez, man,
Ooh.
that's crazy.
Yeah. And we got to play them a lot. Fuck.
Cubs are going to be cooking soon with the new general manager. We'll see.
I really got nothing to say about baseball, so I'm just gonna stay quiet.
Yeah, I know you're a White Sox. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They're
So,
gonna be making some moves. Apparently, one of their best players is on the block.
Shohei to the Mariners. That will be that would be funny. Not gonna lie. Arku chilling with the. Yeah, I bet you are.
Yeah.
All right. Juan Soto traded to the New York Yankees.
Ooh. Please no.
Hopefully no. Actually, you know what?
I could see it though.
It's apparently a guarantee that he's getting traded from the Padres. So as long as he's not on that team, that's all I care about.
Right.
So Juan Soto to the Yankees, I could see that happening. I could also see Cody Bellinger to the Yankees, but I don't know. We'll see. Mike can't relate because the White Sox are trash. Oh man. So,
Hey, at least I witnessed one of my favorite teams win a championship when I was a kid.
the Cubs won in 2016.
No, I'm talking about the White Sox.
My team won too. I got to see the Eagles and the Raptors win.
I haven't seen jack shit yet. Hopefully that changes. Alex Bregman getting traded, third baseman for the Astros.
Wow. He's getting older, so maybe there's time for them to, start recouping some prospects for the cupboard. I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it too. Diamondbacks do need a third baseman.
Ooh.
We had Evan Longoria at third base last year. So a Bregman trade could make sense. I feel like we should wait until Jordan Lawler gets more productive. Or we can go for guys like Justin Turner. Who's that one guy for the Cubs? I forgot, but he's a free agent.
Jared Candelaire.
Yeah, I think that's his name. I forgot, but
yeah, I know the Blue Jays. They gave a qualifying offer to Matt Chapman, so we're hoping he comes back as a Blue Jays fan. So
I don't think we'll get Matt Chapman, but if we do, I would like it.
He's Gold Glover, man. The guy's got a cannon.
Or a trade for Nolan Arenado, maybe.
Ooh, yes.
Let's see. Wait, hold up. Which one's this? Hold up. Nope, not that one. Okay, so you don't see the name, but Aaron Nola to the Baltimore Orioles.
Whoa. How do you feel about that, Philly fans?
Yeah. Aaron Nola to the Orioles. I tell you, the Orioles do need pitching after that Rangers series.
Yes, and they were missing veteran pitching. They had just so many young guys coming out the first time being in this big of a scenario, and they got cooked.
Yeah. Bellinger. If you're talking about, he's a center fielder, so
I would. Yeah, you can play him left or right too, though. I'd love to have a Belly.
Let's see.
Someone will sign Rich Hill. I love that. Sounds kind of sad.
Hold on. Where was that Japanese pitcher? Hold up.
Oh, the Newbar one?
Yamamoto or whatever the fuck is.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yamamoto to the New York Mets.
Ooh.
All right. Okay, never mind. But I saw somewhere about him going to the Mets. So
I
mean,
also heard too that the Braves are also interested in Aaron Nola as well. That's interesting how that
yeah,
team
that's
go
crazy.
to your rival. Woo-hoo.
Oh, okay. So here's one. Hold up. I'm trying to pop it open. So the Atlanta Braves will sign Jack Flaherty and Lucas Giolito.
Who?
Jack Flaherty for the Orioles and hold up.
No, who's gonna sign them?
The Braves.
Wow. Lucas Giolito at that nice, and Jack Flaherty's a good vet. That's whoo. That's maybe what they're missing right there. That they couldn't get him over the hump this year because their
Okay,
young
here it is.
guys were just not really proving it.
All right. Yeah, here it is. Yamamoto will join the other New York team. That's how the Mets are referred to. The other New That's funny. No matter how much money the Mets spend, it's not going to help them. That's just what I
No.
think. Like, it's really not. Hold up. Get rid of this shit. All right, anyway. Let's see what else. Giants. I think this is who you're talking about. The Giants getting Jung Hoo Lee.
Ooh. Okay.
So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Bellinger returning to the Cubs.
Damn it. Okay. I could see it.
I could see that, but he did decline an option. Maybe he just wants to get paid, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, it is what it is. He deserves it too. The Cardinals getting Shane Bieber.
Motherfuckers. He's good.
Yep. So,
As a Blue Jay fan who faces the Guardians quite often, and we play them, they play us pretty hard as well. Shane Bieber is one of their aces. So if he's going yes, please come home.
Joey Votto to the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I would love that. Honestly, I would. I know he's old, but I mean, like, he could smarten up, I think, Vladdy a little bit and like bring that veteran leadership, and he can still crank it. So,
So a lot of good ones here. Orioles spend less. I mean, Orioles don't even spend that much just on pitching, and they'll be good. God, get rid of this shit. All right.
and
Jordan-
I'm hearing the Cubs also want Reese Hoskins from the Phillies as well. So,
Yeah. Jordan Montgomery back to the Rangers.
yeah, they almost have to.
Yeah, they
He was
kind of have
huge
to.
for
do
them.
that. But
Yeah.
and Sonny Gray back to the Twins. You see that happening?
If for the right price, yeah, because isn't Carlos Correa also up for a new contract? So, oof.
Yeah.
And they don't like to spend money in Minnesota, especially with the Twins. So,
Yeah.
that one,
And-
yeah, that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I could see it.
They predicted Eduardo Rodriguez back to the Tigers. I don't see that happening.
God damn it, that guy goes, to the Red Sox. Then he goes back to, I think he played for the White Sox, and it's like he's all over the place, and his numbers aren't great. I'm not a big fan of his.
Yeah, not really. Oh wait, well, Astros already got a manager, so that's
Yeah.
okay. So that's it. All right. So those were some pretty good predictions. Honestly, I was shocked by some of them, but overall, those were pretty good predictions. But that covers everything for episode 11. This was a really good episode too. We got a lot of stuff going on. What's up, Mrs. Halftime? Yep. So we're about to wrap this up. So do you guys have anything left to say before we end episode 11?
Subscribe to my channel. That's all I
Yep.
got.
So Michael, links in the chat or in the description, guys. So subscribe to Michael. Chicago.
All I gotta say is Eagles don't play until next Monday because we play the KC. So got a little bit to wait for football, but until then, I might be doing some other shows, so be on the lookout. Just type into YouTube the name Next Shift, you'll find me, and I just love being on the show. So yeah, see us next week, family.
Have a good rest of your day, guys, and we are out.